This is Vignesh from Kingmakers IAS Academy faculty. Uh,
Yes,
very happy. So, first of all, congratulations for your
thank you, sir.
this.
Thank you.
So, there will be different feelings when you are getting the results, and 1 week after, you'll be having a different feeling. Now,
Yes.
at this stage, what is your feelings?
So it feels normal. I mean, it feels nothing different. Initially, it did feel because it took some time to sink in. What happened? Did it finally, get over? It finally, this rank actually happened. Gradually, when I met my friends, family, and other people as well. So then gradually I started, yeah, something has happened. But after that, it is just normal, like nothing very different.
First time if you are asking, you'll be thinking like that. I have achieved something. Now, you are a IAS officer or you are a bureaucrat. Now, it will be used to be like a part of life. It will be a normal
Hmm.
thing for.
Yes, yes, sir.
So, when did it strike you that you are going to give this exam? Is it a whether a gradual, okay, I'll try these exams, I will go to government exams, or it is a one moment decision that I am going to be in this field. So I'm going to try this full in. So, when did this happen?
Sir, it started to materialize from, I think, from school days itself. By the time I was in standard 9th and 10th, because I was already to an extent exposed to this ecosystem of civil services because of my father's profession also. So I had a faint idea about how the civil services work and what are the roles and responsibilities. So then it started to materialize, but I was not very sure that whether should I, at what time I should give, when should I give. So I just left it then and there. Then I went to pursue engineering course in mechanical engineering, and I was working with Maruti Suzuki. So when I started working, then gradually I started to think of this thing that the time has come, and I should start preparing for the exams also.
Oh, okay, very good, sir. You have given multiple attempts. So,
Yes,
what
sir.
you have
Many mentioned.
from this? So, what made it different this time, which was not working out in the previous time?
So mainly when the first mains I gave, I had less than 200 marks in my optional, that is sociology. Around 170, 80 I had. So GS scores were good, but sociology took me off that year. The next year I worked on sociology. GS also I worked to some extent, but the interview scores were not that great. I had 160 and I missed the cutoff next time by margin of 10 marks almost. These times I worked on a lot of things together with my optionals. I worked for the interview also, and this year's scores have been 200 marks in interview. So that's how I think I made a difference. That together with writing part, together with mains part, holding with optional also. Interview is also a very crucial stage of the exam, and one can score good marks in interview if one prepares very well. So that's how the strategy went this time.
So, how far coaching institutes and other established institutions have played a role in your success, and how far is your preparation self-made, and what are the things you have learned, and from your perspective after getting multiple attempts, many mistakes you would have learned from your own mistakes, but something you would
Yes.
have learned from others. So, how far it was helpful with institutions and other people, or maybe seniors or your father, to expose you to government. So, what is that thing?
So mistakes happened. I think I learned at multiple stages also. For example, in prelims, I could not clear initially because I was making very silly mistakes in answers. So I was not reading the question properly and hurriedly jumping to conclusion. So I made two or three very silly mistakes in the preliminary examination itself, which I could not clear. So I realized that together with reading static portion and newspapers and other topics, it is equally important to focus on PYQs. What is the demand of UPSC? What way the static and the current affairs are combined in one question? And secondly, it is very important to be patient when answering the paper. So that is something that I changed in prelims. In mains, as I said, sir, my answer writing practice was not up to the mark. So I started working on answer writing also. Started focusing on my optional also, gave a lot of time to optional. in terms of writing, in terms of being with teachers and mentors. So that way I worked with the optional and interview stage also, sir. Institutes have been very helpful with respect to content, providing the contents or holding one-to-one discussions, and then fine tuning my answers, my presentation, a lot of things. So that way it has helped.
This answer was very much technical, because most of the initial first attempt people who are giving the first or second attempts, uh, they are failing to realize what UPSC expects. So they think
Yes.
that knowledge is sufficient. So at one
Hmm.
particular stage, each aspirant gets to crack that. Okay, so this is the exam. So this is what this CPC is expecting. So then they'll stop running behind the knowledge and sources. They'll sit and they'll sit back and they'll understood that what is exactly needed. So this is the
Yes.
one we heard over the past years from the senior aspirants. So
Mm.
people one attempt, two attempt, that stage when they are achieving this differs. Someone will achieve that in one or two attempts. Someone will take some more attempts. So what advice you will give for the new aspirants? Because whatever we say, even though we say all this, your interviews will show all these interviews, then also they will be running behind the source materials and they'll be running behind the knowledge seeking part instead of working out what has been. You clearly pointed out in prelims this was not working out, so I worked it out. In mains, answer writing and this much I focused. So this analysis is important for newcomers. They are failing to understand this. So what advice you'll be giving for newcomers to achieve this stage as soon as possible so
Yes.
that they can.
Yes. Yes, sir. Uh, so I think consistency is very important. Number one, I would say. Number two, I would say, sir, that static portion must be prepared very well. And to prepare the static portions, we have the standard textbooks. So we should rely on that. We should not run behind a lot of sources that reading two books for one subject. That is not required at all. Revision is important. Keeping the sources limited are important. And then attempting daily practice questions, previous year questions, some sort of test series, if one can take that way. So that would be really important to go for that. So I would say, sir, yes, we are running behind a lot of information these years because information, we are flooded with information. Every institute has some material, every topper notes has some material. So I would say, sir, that we should rely on the standard textbooks, make note out of it whenever and wherever we feel like. Should rely on our own notes. And thirdly, we should go for lean study and practice more. So that is, sir, I would say, is very important.
Very good. Those who are watching this, please note this point is very important. So we clearly said that doing behind and knowledge seeking, just less knowledge and more of an analysis and working it out.
Practice, sir.
Okay,
Practice is very
so
important.
I'd like to
In this,
know.
yes, sir.
So how far your father have helped in your preparation, any governance and other areas, or he'll be like, I'm going to job, you just prepare. What sort of conversations and help you had from your father?
Sir, yeah. Sir, he is also civil servant. So, uh, what has helped me with the ethics paper a lot, the case studies and everything. So, how to approach the case studies. So, I used to discuss it with him. This is the case study. These are the case scenarios. So, how it should be dealt, how it should be solved. So, he used to discuss it. Nothing as such, but he used to discuss it that X thing should be done, Y thing should be done. There is one more missing aspect that should also be taken care of. So, that was quite helpful in building a perspective to write the ethics answers. So that definitely has been. And so secondly, with the interview stage also, a lot of situational questions if that are being asked. So we used to discuss that, developmental challenges, problems of my state, what are the specific problems in the state. So all these things was quite helpful.
Very good. Very good. This establishes the fact that we have to interact with some kind of bureaucracy while in the preparation itself. So many institutes try to bring bureaucrats and make them interact with the people. They'll get these parts. So apart from knowledge and practice theories and all these things, they will be. So
Yes.
that's
Yes,
very
sir.
important.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
how you handle your lows. So there will be definitely the long preparation. There will be many lows in this preparation, and some kind of fruits also will be getting here and there. Some clearing prelims, ones, mails, attempting. Other exams we may clear. So some fruits will be there. Apart from that, so many lows will be there. So you'll feel some days you'll be sitting in the room and you'll be thinking whether I'll be clearing it or not. Those things will, all the aspirants will go through that stage. Many will overcome that and they'll be coming to the stage like you. So how to handle those for the newcomers who are going to experience this uh, further?
Sir, I think what is very important is to be very passionate with preparation. So when I started this preparation, I did not initially started jumping right when I finished my college. I had this calling, and when I realized I'm completely, I have to take the risk and I'm completely prepared. It was my own call to come for this exam. So that, sir, is very important. Secondly, sir, I would say that uh, enjoying the process is also important. Sometimes, yes, we do have low days. We don't want to study at all, but then there is something for which we are studying. I mean, this call was always in my head that this is the life that I have chosen. This is the line that I have chosen. Nobody has pushed me into it. Yes, sir. So that's what I was saying, sir, that having some leisure time is also very important. Like if you study for 4 or 5 hours straight, so that is very important to have some leisure time, to have some workout sessions, like go for a walk, listen to music, talk with your friends, go out of your study room also. Because if the body is not fresh, the mind would not be fresh. So that space is also required. We should distress ourselves. And I think, sir, that helps our in during our interview also. If we have some hobby to pursue, if we are doing some activities other than studies, so our DAF filling becomes very easy. Answering questions from DAF becomes very easy. And that confidence speaks out from your body and your presentation also. So that, sir, I think is very important. And at the end, sir, I would say that we often get too emotionally involved with this exam, that not clearing this exam is end of life. I still say that this exam is not what defines us, and clearing or not clearing is not going to be, defining a life for us. It's not the end, like the only thing that one could have in his life. There are a lot of opportunities we can do good to society also, do good to ourselves also, even if we are unfortunately not able to clear the exams.
Well said, well said. So we always used to tell whenever we are having counseling sessions when we are there coming for the first session for UPSC, we used to tell them that apart from clearing this exam, of course it is an exam, but apart from that you will become a better person. So I
Yes,
think you have done well, and over the journey you have understood what is life also. So
yes,
this
sir.
over is Gani. This is a very good example. So apart from clearing this exam, there is many things. So this thing need to be told. So even this affects the exam also. So whenever you are keeping that the UPSC exam in your head and going into the prelims, you will fall there itself. So,
Yes,
so that even with the knowledge and right practice, many have failed to clear this with this stress and thinking that this is the exam which is going to define me, as you told. Otherwise, I'll not be successful anywhere else. So,
yes.
so this thing needs to be told very well said. Okay. One more thing. Sociology. So, from science background to humanities and sociology, how far sociology helped in your GS and other things also? Why sociology?
Sir, when I was, as I said, when I was working, so then I decided to write the exams, but I needed some time. So I used to come back from my work and go through NCRT books of different subjects. So when I looked at the questions of mechanical engineering, which was my degree, so I realized this is not something I can write with full confidence. I cannot score well in this. So then I started looking at the NCRT books of different subjects: geography, sociology, political science, psychology, a lot of subjects. So that's what I used to go through. Then Google certain study materials, NIOS ka material, e-Gyan Kosh, the IGNOU material. Out of all that, I realized that sociology is something that I can write well, I can understand well, and I found a general level of understanding and interest coming into that subject. So that is how I banked on sociology. And when I looked at the PYQs also, I realized that a lot of questions I have a general familiarity with on those topics, say marriages, social change, social development, technology and change. So then I realized that these things are something that I am, roughly aware about. So that's how I came to this conclusion of writing sociology. And how far it has helped in GS, sir, I would say, sir, it does not help a lot. It's my view, it's my personal view, because GS questions are does not require a specialization while answering them. So it is equally placed for me and any other candidate also. Sociology has to be written with an academic language. with certain thinkers, certain sociological studies that has to be incorporated in those answers. But while I'm answering a GS answer, I'm not supposed to quote the sociological research in those answers. That is not going to fetch me marks because the demand of question is designed very differently. So personally, I did not feel. Yes, it gives a perspective on a lot of changes, a lot of things about caste, about marriage, uh, which we can write. But I feel, sir, anyone who is studying editorials, newspapers, he or she can also attempt those questions in fairly decent manner.
Again, this is going to be a very good session since how to choose the option we used to talk for 1 hour. So you consolidated within 2 3 minutes. Why you selected and how you selected. So how far it is playing a role in GS, clear cut and clarity for sociology aspirants also, and those who are thinking that which option should be chosen. So I used to take this for 1 or 2 hours since the experience in this to explain it in a few minutes. Males answer. So males answer, I think, in this time, many who are not able to clear, uh, they were lagging in writing. So they think that again, knowledge and searching behind books and collecting data will be sufficient. From day one, before films preparation itself, so before optional preparation itself, we used to start in Kingmakers, we used to start answer writing practice. So from daily answer writing sessions, then whenever subject is completed, main subject of subjects, we used to give main test series. Then after still January and February, we used to stop that and we continue with the films. So still, whenever we are pushing this for 100 batch of 100, we are pushing this. The people used to write is around 25 to 30 percentage. So even though first 1 or 2 tests they will be writing 80 to 90 percentage, over the time it will be reduced. So again, already you have told you have to take this exam seriously. You have to tell yourself that you are going to clear this exam. You are here for this exam. This is your decision. So those things are there. But even with this sincerity and dedication, also people fail to write continuously and for a long term. So what will be the way for them?
Sir, I was also one of those aspirants who did not write answers in my first mains attempt. I would be very honest in saying that. And that costed me while I was appearing for mains also. Uh, Sir, I focused on PYQs, 5 6 years PYQ, because that gives us an idea about how UPSC frames the question. So it is very important to understand that how UPSC is designing the questions. And it is very scientifically designed with terms of word limit and with terms of time also. So that I used to focus upon. The command words that are present like comment, describe, discuss, critically analyze. So all these things we must understand that what is the demand of the question, and that comes through PYQ analysis. Secondly, sir, I used to write at least one question every day, even if those days where I was not able to write 4 questions, let's say, I made sure that I write at least one or two from the GS where I believe that I'm not very good at. Say GS3 is something that I'm not very confident about. So I used to focus on GS3 or say GS1, whatsoever daily answer writing that is present on various coaching platforms. Secondly, sir, yes, I did take up the test series also. So that way also I wrote. And the days where I was not able to write any answer, I was sick or say I did not have enough time, or say I could not write those days. I made sure that the editorials that I study, I'm able to summarize it in say 150 words in one page. So, say for example, if there is an article on AI, let us say. So, what are the issues that are currently going in AI? Right, used to write an introduction of that, the issues that are discussed in that editorial, and a conclusion. So that simultaneously helped me in working with the current affairs also, and simultaneously helped my answer writing in an indirect manner. That helped me in presentation, in say writing those questions. So that I used to do, sir, the days I could not write the answers. This editorial analysis I did every day almost. Even if I could not write, but I used to say extract 4 5 points out of it. So that way, the writing practice happened, and every Sundays I used to write one essay. So that was also one of the practice I happened.
Yeah. So people who are watching this, so they will answer writing is not like you someone should give you questions. He already told that there are a lot of PYQs. So you can explore the themes and select the themes of different PYQs and start writing on your own. For comments, you can also put some people, you need some guidance how to write and how to make it is better. But apart from that, writing practice doesn't need this mentors or something. He told that you told that by just reading the editorial, I just try to summarize. So that gives you writing on your own. So people till college we have not well with writing on your own. So whenever in academy also we used to first when they are starting the sessions from after introductory classes, I used to tell them to write about a movie. So whichever movie you have
Hmm.
seen recently,
Yes.
just 2 pages. Just I give some questions like analyze the characters or analyze the movie story. So by that
Yes.
time, to write all the scenes, scene by scene, they used to write and give. So from that, I used to tell, so don't write scene by scene. So think about the question, write about the characters. So that part, what we used to do is they know the content, so they can use the writing skills. So own writing skills they have to develop. So for that, you told that they used to write from editorial. So that was a good
Yes.
summarizing the editorial. That gives your own writing skills, develops your own writing
Yes.
skills. Okay. Then personality test program. So DAP preparation, and already you were told you must develop your own hobbies. So you don't create hobbies during the DAP preparation. Instead of creating, you should be living the life so that it will be better to
Yes.
answer. So you want to lie and
Yes.
all. Two things interview preparation. Many IAS officers who are coming from mock interview sessions, they used to check the aspirant's mind, how fast you are, how quick you are, how you are handling the distractions, those and all. But once former chairman, Sir DP Agarwal sir came, he told that we used to check the aspirants' heart, not mind. Nowadays, people are not answering. So that was a new experience. Since he told that we have to accept that, but many times we used to check aspirants' mind only in personality test. But he told that. So whenever I'm asking that whether you like this or not, they used to tell that sir, I like this sometimes, sir. Sometimes I won't like this. So all the answers will be like analytical and framed answers. So I expect, he told. So I expect a yes or no. Why they are not saying? They're not saying these nowadays. They are always analytical. They are always cautious. I want an answer. Just say yes or no, man. Obviously. So, how you handle the and how far your preparation was defined towards the personality test and answering questions.
Sir, I was told by this when you were narrating this story, I was told by one of the previous board members also. He said that you have to come out of this mains module, like mains mindset. So what happens in mains, we build the analysis and we give a lot of points and then we conclude. So now you have to turn this upside down. You have to conclude first. If subsequent questions come, then you have to elaborate it. So, sir, mock interviews do help. I think I gave 14 mocks around. And because that 14 mock helped me cover a lot of aspects from my state, my DAF, everything. And I could face different scenarios also. Some questions I did not know. Some of the questions, some of the interviews were quite grilling in that aspect also. So I held that I should not get irritated. I should not uh, show it on my face at least because I was constantly getting interrupted. So after a while, I lost interest. So when I came out of that interview, I realized that this is not I should do. This can happen on the actual day of interview also. So that refines your personality, refines your way of answering also. And sir, as I said that once we know our DAF, once we know ourselves, interview is relatively easier to handle because we may write fancy things in our DAF and we are not able to answer them or say answer them in the context which UPSC, the range of questions that UPSC asks from that. So that I think, sir, helps. And mock interviews did help me a lot in my presentation, in my way of answering, in writing, in say answering in a crisp manner, writing to answering to the point. So all these things happened, sir. So that's what you said, yes and no. So one must have an opinion while answering a question. It should not be balanced, like negatives be here, positives be here, and then we are balancing it. It should not be that way. So gradually, sir, I learned that.
People who are watching mock interview is the key. So you have to attend as much as mock interviews to break that silence, and you have to get experience. Like he said, after many interviews, I understood that this is not the final interview. There should be some difference. So that experience came from mock interviews. So next thing is distraction. So I need to ask about your father's generation. They used to run for materials. They used to search for materials. Now it is like information overload, and they have to select and they have to restrict the sources, and they have to consolidate everything. So apart from that, distractions are there, easier distractions. Distractions were there. All the generations distractions were there, which are accommodative to their generations. But this time it is rapid shift is there. So how to handle that? Definitely, even we can say that you have to be in control. You have to be dedicated. Everything is acceptable. Practically, when you are in preparation, definitely you already told that you need some breaks. You have to find out when you are burning out. Those things are there. But finding out when you are burning out is it itself a difficulty. And apart from that, there are the peer pressures, family and friends pressures. So all those things, many distractions. It comes under a broad topic, not just handling phones. But, it's a broad topic of distractions. So how to handle those for the newcomers?
Uh, Sir, I would say that I tried uh, shutting off my social media, getting away from Instagram, Facebook, but I realized that I am wasting more time while I'm not on using these platforms. So I did not leave any of the social media platforms, but I disciplined myself. I disciplined myself in the sense that I used to have specific time where I was using my Instagram, watching reels or say talking to my friends or say whatsoever. So, say for example, after lunch, so I used to, one feels a bit heavy, drowsy. So half an hour I used to be on my phone, YouTube, Instagram, just to change my mind from that. Then before sleeping also, I used to listen to some music. I'm quite religious in nature, sir. So I used to listen bhajans, some music, something like that. So that way it used to be that I did not feel the gap that I'm not on social media, I'm not using that. That distraction did not happen because I defined my time for those distractions. So secondly, whenever I was studying, say 1 hour I have studied, say I had to finish one topic or say write some answers. So after 1 hour, say if my work was completed, I used to treat myself with 5 minute Insta break or say WhatsApp break, whatsoever it is. So 5-10 minutes I used to just scroll through it, check my updates, everything, and then I used to keep it off. And I used to keep it outside my room. So it was not in my vicinity. I used to keep it with my parents. I take my phone for 1 hour. It just kept here. I'll come and use it. So after 1 hour, I used to go use it, check it, and again keep it back and come to my room. So that's how I did it, sir. Because I tried
Very
to
well.
shut it off, and I found that it is not helping me either. So that way, I used to meditate also to just distress myself. Meditate, listen to music. I used to take brisk walking in evening every day, around 1 to 1.5 kilometer every day. I used to walk. So those things were a part of my distressing schedule, sir.
Very good. Again, this is again technical. So all your answers are like it's not like generic ones that I handled. How you handled clearly and precisely you told everything. Keeping the things away from the another room and allotting specific times and following it. This UPSC will be watching you. UPSC will be watching you, and he will be, it will be putting marks in you. Yeah, you started behaving like a bureaucrat. I can depend on you, so you are ready to clear the exam since you are allotting times and you are following that, so you are becoming a bureaucrat. Those discipline is needed since many of the decisions you make involving major lives and impacts. So this decision comes from the preparation itself. Very well
Yes.
said. Very well said. One more thing
Okay.
I in the earlier periods, skills as an aptitude test. So some people will be good in maths. Some people will be naturally good in English. Some people will be good in handling time. So these three things are crucial for CSAT. Either you'll be strong in one of those three. Some people will be strong in these three: English, maths, and time management. So which were your stronger areas and where you worked out to clear those CSAT obstacles?
Uh, Sir, honestly saying, I would not lie. I never prepared for CSAT. Because only thing that I relied upon in CSAT was I used to look at the PYQs again. Because the questions do repeat. I mean, the pattern of questions do repeat. They do not diversify those questions. So I used to look at a topic, say for example, clock, calendar. These are very low hanging fruits. One can easily solve it. So I used to look at a type of questions that are being asked. Because I'm from engineering background, I did not work really. I did not specifically need to work on mathematics. Say for example, the profit loss questions and these kind of numeric questions wherever it is asked. equation type questions. So I did not work upon that. That was easy for me. The only topics that I was not very good at was clock, calendar, and all these topics. So that I worked upon. And comprehensions are also I just solved the PYQs and I could feel that what are the questions are being asked from that. So what is the logical conclusion from it? So if we read it properly, we can answer. And secondly, sir, editorials and newspapers specifically uh, indirectly help us in comprehension and answering. Our reading speed improves, and once we are doing that editorial analysis, so then it is very easy to address the comprehension questions also. So I could clear. So I have cleared three prelims, and I could clear CSAT every time. Although I did not score 100, but my score was around 80 every time, 80, 82, something like that. And that's what is required. So I never specifically prepared for that.
Yeah, yeah. Some people will be having that natural ability. Is that I clear, sir. I naturally it is clearing for me. Some people,
But sir, I would put a word of caution that one should not take it lightly also. I mean, if someone is not able to deliver in that also, so that should be prepared. If one is not confident with mathematics, not confident with comprehension, so just prepare it because it's a crucial paper. I have seen my friends who have brilliant scores in paper one in prelims, but have failed with 50 marks or say 60 marks in CSAT, and they could not write mains that year. So it has happened with people also. So it should not be taken lightly. We should understand that there is a predefined cutoff in that paper. So one should just clear that, and it is easy to clear that paper.
to summarize the three things you told in that. One is PAQ, they are repeating the uh, theme, not diversifying
Yes,
the
sir.
theme. Then importance of editorial indirectly. So that is uh, true. So you have to have something in mind when you are reading editorial. It helps in your research also. Okay, one final question. In this, again, for new preparation people, so there are many options in career itself. So you too have career in private. Uh, so there are growth aspects in private and government. One is for pride and position wise, we will be going towards the government exams. Another is financial stability. So, so my experience, many aspirants have, after one or two attempts, they have quit LPC and they have gone into the private organizations and they are earning much bigger salaries than who, their colleagues who are earning in the AS and the AS category. So, what you would advise for the newcomers who are thinking that whether I should be going towards the private and the government, the difference, and how career choosing, what are the advantages and disadvantages? So, what criteria should they be having to take a decision before coming here or going into a private sector? Depends upon their family situation because you are having one family situation where you already people who are exposed to governance and bureaucracy. So there are different grounds of people. They'll be first generation graduates will be applying. Already working professional private people or business corporate persons will be applying. So what will be the strategy for these people who are thinking about entering the civil service?
Sir, I would say that it totally depends on one person's passions and interests. Uh, if someone is really inclined towards building a career in corporate sector and going for the private sector, there are n number of opportunities one can have in private sector. Can go for entrepreneurship also, which is very good environment of entrepreneurship in India these days. So it totally depends on a person's interest. Uh, Secondly, I would say, sir, it is the passion. It is really the interest to work for the government and for the public sector. That is something that must drive a person towards it. Every side, sir, has positives and negatives. So every career should be chosen which a person is genuinely passionate about and really wants to see himself or herself 30 years or say 20 years down the line. At where do you want or to see yourself? So I would say, sir, that is important. And secondly, sir, yes, one should have this vision for himself or herself in her career also. So when in standard 11, 12, one should be very clear that what paths I should pursue. So it should not be full of a lot of question marks that my father is saying and mother is saying, be a lawyer, that is why I'm a lawyer. Or that gives me a lot of money, that is why I'm into this profession. So this, I think, sir, is not going to work in long term. It will create a lot of mental issues, dissatisfaction from life. A lot of things will come up. So it's very important to be passionate. If your passion is teaching, be a good teacher, I would say. And everyone works equally for the country, I would say.
I cannot expect a better answer from this for this question from anybody else. So, to summarize, this answer is like it's your passion. So, if you want really
Yes,
want, you go for that. If you don't want, don't go for that. You'll be regretting for after
yes,
having that feeling
yes.
why I came here. So, very well answered. I think I understood a person very well within this short time. Within this short interview, it's like I know you for a very long time. That much answers for summarizing you as a personality, and it will be very much helpful for the people who are thinking about to enter, who are in the different stages of preparation, in films, mails, sociology, optional interview, and career-wise, and daily routine practices, everything. You summarize the whole preparation strategies, all the areas you have touched. Thank you so much, and I'm
Thank
very
you, sir. Thank you so
uh,
much.
happy that I interacted with you.
Same here,
Thank you
sir.
so much, Naman. Your cousin. All the best for your.
Thank you, sir.
I used to say this is the beginning. So everyone used to think that the results are the end, and this is the beginning. Very much all the best for your service and
Thank
further.
you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir.